Today, we have a USCB Sand Sharks update, and you'll learn how you can lend a helping hand to two popular local organizations. It's all coming up right now on the Bluffton News. Welcome to the Bluffton News. I'm Anneliza Itkor, and we have a lot to cover: business, entertainment, and of course the latest local news. But first, let's start with Bluffton's current headlines. With grant funding up in the air, Bluffton's plans to add a public restroom and pavilion to Du Bois Park could be delayed. The $285,000 project depends on $195,000 in grants to supplement town money put aside in this fiscal year's budget, and the National Scenic Byways program denied a request for $155,000. A $146,000 upgrade that included landscaping, lighting, and the installation of benches and a rain garden wrapped up in April. Town manager Anthony Barrett said that accommodations tax money could be used to meet the shortfall. Mayor Lisa Sulka called the project an important part of their strategic plan that won't be forgotten, and she said she thinks regular accommodations tax applicants, such as the Old Town Merchants Society, will be agreeable to using the money in a way that benefits all. For a tiny island with a full-time population of only 400, Daufuskie Island has certainly been formidable in the news lately. The decades-old goal to expand the ferry system for the island is now back to square one, as residents resoundingly voted no on a referendum that could increase taxes in an effort to raise funds to improve and expand the ferry system. Supporters argued a special tax district would demonstrate political will and open the door for grant funding and partnerships. Opponents took exception to district boundaries that left out wealthy golf community Hague Point and argued too many questions remained in terms of operation, landing locations, and decision-making authority. The nays had it, but Aaron Crosby, chairman of the Ferry Committee, said the proposal will remain an option despite referendum vote. Transportation is just one debate plaguing Daufuskie Island. Now the J&W Corporation of Greenwood, the company that delivers much of the island's supplies by barge, has levied a complaint that a new 42-foot boat lift at the end of the concrete pier in the barge landing creek is a navigational obstacle and could make barge navigation dangerous. In June, the South Carolina Office of Ocean and Coastal Resource Management issued a permit to Broad Creek Marina LLC to build the new boat lift. J&W sought to appeal the decision, but the Coastal Office argued that J&W's request for a hearing was almost 4 months late, arriving well outside the agency's 15-day appeal window. Company President Wick Scurry said he had never been informed of plans to add the new boat lift, which is already partially in place. The business is under a 99-year lease agreement to deliver regular provisions such as supplies for the 2 restaurants and general store, the golf carts that are used for transportation, lumber, furniture, and more. J&W's next step would be to take the challenge to the South Carolina Administrative Law Court. It was a hazardous weekend in the Lowcountry as 3 shooting accidents were reported in Beaufort County. This past Saturday, 2 people accidentally shot themselves in southern Beaufort County. While there are few details on the first report, a man allegedly shot himself in the calf at Simmons Fish Camp on Hilton Head Island at 3 a.m. Saturday. Then Saturday night, a 70-year-old man shot himself in the left hand while cleaning a .22 caliber revolver at his Sun City home. Rounding out this trifecta of mishaps, a manager at Montana's Grizzly Bar on Kitty's Landing Road in Bluffton reported a customer shot a hole in the floor at about 12:30 a.m. on Sunday. Apparently, the customer had reached into his pocket to pay and accidentally discharged a gun. Fortunately, no one was injured. And here's what's happening around the state. Richland County Coroner Gary Watts has identified 23-year-old Rommel Wright of Eastover as the man killed during a bank robbery in Columbia in which 3 other suspects were arrested. Watts said Wright died at the scene Friday from a single gunshot wound to his torso. According to the county sheriff's report, the robbers fired shots into the ceiling, floor, and windows during the robbery before shooting at officers as well. No officers or people in the bank or on the street were injured. The men wore hoods and masks and were carrying several guns, when they entered the Wells Fargo branch in the northeastern suburbs of Columbia. Authorities arrived after employees triggered an alarm. For more information on these headlines and more, please check out the media sources you see listed on your screen. You can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Coming up, Shellie West-Hodges has some marketing tips in our Bluffton Business Report, and Jarrett joins us with a special USCB Sand Sharks Sports Report.
The smoked chipotle burrito is really good.
Yeah, my zesty cheesesteak burrito's great.
Are you familiar, Pete, with the phrase, don't mess with success?
Yeah.
Because this is not only messing with success, this is taking success to the cliff and shoving success over.
Success said, oh, please, don't do anything. Leave me alone.
These burritos didn't even hear that. They heard, oh, put, and that was it. It was just like, wah. Egg everywhere.
Wake up to sirloin steak and fluffy eggs with the new zesty cheesesteak and smoked chipotle breakfast burritos. This is how you Sonic.
Welcome back to the Bluffton News. Shellie West-Hodges joins us now with our Bluffton Business Report. So, Shellie, as we head into the holidays, marketing is most assuredly on the minds of area business owners. Why don't we start off with the types of advertising mediums that are available for area businesses?
Well, you know, there's TV like WHHI and different TV stations around town. And also we have newsprint, magazines, radio. There's plenty of different medias, especially social media for people to advertise in. And people really need to make sure that they're researching each one of those types of businesses before they decide where to advertise.
Okay, so as you said, there are a lot of different medias and they each have their own advantage. What are some of the things that a business should consider?
Well, first off, a business really needs to know what market they're after, what age groups, what income level, really who their target audience is. And when they know that, then they should research each one of the medias, whether it's social media, the radio or newspaper or TV, and really determine what markets each one of those medias are going after before they make the decision where to advertise. And of course, once they do, consistency is really key when they do advertise, and keep that going so people know they're still here.
Okay, so that's one pitfall that you mentioned, making sure that they're consistent. What are some of the other pitfalls that a business can avoid?
Well, I think a lot of businesses, especially small businesses that I've talked to around town, one of the things is that they really are not sure where they should advertise. They don't know how it's going to work for them, so they make the mistake of advertising in many different areas, and then what happens is they get to a point where they can't advertise anymore, and then they stop advertising.
Right. So, you know, especially in the print medium, having what they call a call to action is really important. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's really, I think with print media, when people are looking through there, if you have a coupon, something to entice people to either call you or to come into your place of business is really key. It could be, you know, a 2-for-1 coupon. It could be a percentage off. Anything like that to call people to really contact you and prompt them to come in is a good idea.
Now, a new medium that's come in is social media. Real quick, give us a little rundown on social media and its benefits.
Now, social media, from most of the businesses and most people, you know, in the field that are in media, will tell you that Facebook is huge. I think it's really important that businesses are on Facebook, that they are active. Of course, there are some little rhymes or reason to the Facebook, and you want to be careful not to turn people off, you know, to inundate them too much with the Facebook entries.
Gotcha. Well, this has been great information, Shellie. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Anneliza.
USCB's athletic director, Jarrett, is here today to bring us a Sand Sharks sports update. That's a tough one to say. So, Justin, it's been an exciting fall season for the Sand Sharks. Tell us about some of the highlights this fall.
Yeah, it really has been a great fall for USCB. The women's soccer team in its second season really had a great year. The Sand Sharks only won one game in the first season, but came back and went 9-10 this year, made it into the Sun Conference tournament, which was just awesome. Coach Ed Heberling did a great job of recruiting for this second season, and then had some honors off the field as well, with Kathleen Kent earning the Academic All-District Award, which was great, the first USCB women's soccer player to win that. And then we had 2 soccer players among the 5 players who were named to the Academic All-Conference this fall as well. So that was phenomenal, and our cross-country teams did great. Anthony Vecchio and Melissa Carter are headed to Nationals next weekend, so we're looking forward to seeing how they run out in Vancouver, Washington. And the golf teams had a great fall as well and have set themselves up as top 25 teams heading into the spring.
You've had quite the eventful fall. Now, what can the Sand Shark fans look forward to this February when the spring season kicks off?
Well, if you think the fall was busy and eventful, then the spring is going to blow your mind, because we are so busy in the spring season, and it's going to be an exciting one. The women's softball team, going into their 2nd season ever, has been picked to win the Sun Conference this year, #1 going into the preseason, so that's obviously exciting. The baseball team went to the World Series last year, picked to finish 3rd in the conference this year, so we're looking forward to that and seeing if they can duplicate their success from a year ago. And then, like I mentioned, the men's and women's golf teams both ranked in the top 25. The men at number 21 going into the preseason, and the women at number 12. So very exciting. We're looking forward to a very exciting spring and a lot more success.
I'll tell you, I'm exhausted just listening to you. Now, you do have a little bit of downtime between now and February. What keeps you guys busy during the winter?
Well, it seems like the time flies during the winter when you have that downtime, but we do have a lot of things on tap, and mostly we're looking to, get into our community outreach a little bit more. We don't have time during the season, but we want to get involved with our Champions of Character program and reach out to local groups who need help or anything like that. So if anyone's interested in partnering with USCB in that front, they can certainly get in touch with me, as well as we have a few fundraising opportunities coming up. So the baseball team is going to have a fun little thing on December 15th, going to have a hit-a-thon out at the ballpark in Hardyville, and dress up in Christmas attire, play Christmas music while they have a little home run derby, and try to raise a little bit of money for the program. And of course, we're always looking for marketing partners as well. So if anyone wants to do some marketing with the Sand Sharks, give me a call.
Well, I'll tell you, Justin, I hope you find a little time in there for yourself. It is quite the schedule.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me on here, Anneliza.
Thank you, Justin. When we return, Ray Angell, General Volunteer Chairman for the RBC Heritage, and Lili Coleman from Bluffton Self-Help send a shout out to our community for some assistance in the coming months.
Tara's Men's Den, located beside Tara's Salon at the Moss Creek Village, is a full-service salon for men only. Open Monday through Saturday from 9:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. We offer haircuts, color, highlights, waxing, and treatments for hair loss. No appointment necessary, so come enjoy a relaxing atmosphere for men only, and don't forget senior discounts every Wednesday. Call or visit us today. Our number is 843-837-5555.
Welcome back to the Bluffton News. I had the pleasure earlier this week to meet with Ray Angell from the RBC Heritage. Here's a look at that interview. Ray, I know that tickets went on sale for the event last week. What are we going to be talking about today?
I'd like to talk about recruiting volunteers for the tournament. We need 1,200 volunteers. As of Friday, we have recruited 600, so we have our work cut out for us. But we will be having a recruiting session at Sun City on November the 14th and 15th from 10 until 2 on the first day and 10 until 12 on the second day. For anybody that would like to come in as a first-timer, it's also for people outside of Sun City. They can come through the gate, tell the guard to go into Pickney Hall, and for the recruiting session for RBC. And any returning volunteers, we can also sign them up. But they have to keep in mind, please, that there is a $100 registration fee. And with that, they will get a hat, windbreaker, a shirt. They'll get meal tickets for every day that they're working. They'll have an opportunity for preferential parking and transportation to and from the golf course on days they're working. And they'll have an opportunity to use the volunteer tent on days that they're working, which will be expanded this year. And an opportunity also to purchase 4 ground passes at uniform pickup at half price, which would be $75 a piece.
That's great. And they also get that up close and personal experience of the heritage. I actually ran into a gentleman over the weekend at a gas station who was proudly wearing his heritage windbreaker, which I'm sure that means he's been a volunteer for you guys. So there's a lot of pride in being associated with this event. What committees are looking for volunteers right now?
Well, our largest committee is the Marshall Committee, which is crowd control, holding up the quiet sign. They're in the neighborhood of about 400. And then we have traffic control, where roads intersect the golf course, so we have to have barricades set up. The van drivers that take the volunteers from Hilton Head Prep to the golf course and back. Shot link laser, where you have a laser and you're shooting. And hospitality, people working in the hospitality tents to help the sponsors with their people.
So there really is a little something for everyone.
Definitely, there's something for everyone, and they should be aware that they're part of the organization. So the foundation can contribute up to $1.5 million to local and regional charities. And at this time, with the economy the way it is, it's in very, very need that we can do that.
Well, Ray, I definitely want to say thank you to you for making sure that the Lowcountry is so well represented for this major event.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here, and we're looking for anybody who wants to volunteer. We'll find a committee for you.
All right. Well, we'll send them your way.
Thanks.
I'm now happy to welcome Lili Coleman from Bluffton Self-Help. Lili, I know the holiday season generates a lot more work for your organization. Why don't you tell us a bit about your upcoming programs?
Well, we just registered over 200 families for a Thanksgiving dinner. And those families will be picking up their turkeys the Monday before Thanksgiving. And we also are very involved in collecting toys for children in Beaufort, Jasper, and Hampton counties. So last year was the first time we did it for 3 counties, and we helped 1,600 children get toys. So we expect that to grow this year.
Wow. Now, you've mentioned toys, you mentioned the turkeys. What kinds of needs exist right now within our community?
Well, our clients pick up about 2,000 food items per week out of our building. We have empty shelves periodically. So any kind of non-perishable canned goods, cereals, peanut butter, and of course for Thanksgiving we need pumpkin, stuffing, all the things that go for a traditional Thanksgiving dinner. But we constantly need non-perishable foods.
Do you have a website that we can access to get more information about items to donate?
Sure, the list is on our website, and the website is blufftonselfhelp.org.
Great, and I'm sure you have some good suggestions on how we can get involved, but why don't you tell us some ways that we can get involved with Bluffton Self-Help?
Well, we always need volunteers, and we need volunteers, we need volunteers that have computer skills, because we constantly our clients swipe their cards when they walk in, and it's all electronic, and then we can tell how many people came in and how much food has gone out the door. So we need volunteers who know how to work a computer. We need volunteers who work different events. I've got a Red Apron Chili Cook-Off coming up in February 23rd, and I'm in desperate need of volunteers to help plan this event that's going to be drawing cooks in from all over the country.
Well, that's something you can kind of put me on your list, because I heard that the judges had such a great experience at the first chili cook-off. I want to be there for the second.
Oh, you are signed up.
Thank you so much for taking time out of what I'm sure is a very busy day, Lili.
Oh, thank you very much.
Okay, so it's a romantic dinner for 2. Now, I've already cut some tomato. Time for the vinaigrette. You are going to love this. Okay, we need some sesame seeds. My favourite pan. Now, what's really important is...
With Merillat cabinets, you'll discover function that's irresistible.
Good thing I'm not the jealous type.
Always working hard to help you make the most of your recreation time. Our entertainment reporter Rodney Vaughn has outdone himself this week with a special entertainment report.
Thanks, Anneliza. And I'm here today with Drew O'Connell. And Drew is a local fitness instructor and coach, and he lives in the Bluffton area. Now, I'm excited to say that you are producing a Now Body Fitness video instruction for exercise.
That's right.
This is an exciting project for you.
It is very exciting, Rodney. It's the first of 3 series that I'll do. And what this is, what's unique about this is it's for anyone, anytime, anywhere. You know, our lives are so busy and running here, there, and everywhere. Kids, family, obligations, work, stress, time,
all of us, yeah.
All that stuff. No time to go to the gym. So I'm bringing the gym to you. Your body is actually your own gym. So
oh, there's no equipment involved.
No equipment needed at
Wow.
all. You can do these anytime, anywhere. So if you're traveling, you can do them in your living room. You can do them in your pajamas if you really wanted to. You know, anytime, anywhere for anyone. I have clients who are 14 years old all the way up to 87 years old who are using these successfully.
Great range. And so you're targeting just the average person. You don't have to be a fitness guru to be able to do this.
Absolutely.
And it says 15-minute body workouts, so it's just a quick session.
That's right.
And without any equipment, and that's great.
Yeah.
Now, there are 8 segments on this video?
There are, yeah.
Wow.
5 main workouts plus a little cardio blast, plus an ab segment, plus a stretching segment, which is always great.
Now, in the video, you have it lined out for beginning, intermediate, and advanced.
Correct.
And this DVD is one of the first of a series that you hope to produce.
That's correct.
Wow.
Yes, there'll be 2 other series behind it, which will, you know, progress with each one. They may get a little bit more challenging. Some may incorporate weights, dumbbells, or bands, or other sorts of equipment that you could use. But this is to get people. Recent U.S. Surgeon General report said less than 50% of all Americans get the required amount of daily recommended physical activity. So
I believe that.
Yeah, absolutely. So this really just says, hey, you can do this. If you have the desire and the willingness to make positive changes in your life, and we know the benefits of exercise,
Right.
Less stress, decreased tension, decreased heart rate. You know, the science says that our brain releases endorphins that relax us when we exercise. So I know I can use a little bit less stress in my life.
We all can.
Probably not you, but absolutely.
Can you tell us where the DVD is available?
You can get it on my website, www.nowbodyfitness.com. Or if you're in the Bluffton area, pick up the phone and give me a call. I'll be happy to meet you in person as well.
And you also have a Facebook page that we can like. It's a fan-based page.
It is. It's Now Fitness.
So there's more information available on the video about that.
Absolutely.
Okay, awesome. Well, I'm really glad to have you with me today as my guest, and we really look forward to this, and thanks for my copy.
Absolutely. My pleasure. Thank you, Rodney.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, Rodney. The Bluffton News Pet of the Week is Checkers. Adorable young Checkers was rescued from a high-kill shelter. She's just 4 months old with a face that is hard to resist. A domestic short-hair calico with a playful heart longing for a forever home. For more information on Checkers or other adoptable pets, please contact Brookshaven Animal Rescue at 843-757-7387. Thanks for joining me for the news program that is all Bluffton all the time. I'm Anneliza Itkor for the Bluffton News. We'll see you next time.